Okay, so we're gonna start including fitness into our exercises. And the thing about fitness is it's almost temporary unless you keep doing it. So we talk about how if you don't touch a ball, after a while, your ability is gonna decrease and you're gonna get worse. Fitness even more so. So I would venture to say, unless you guys have been doing some fitness, you're completely out of shape. That's okay. It's to be expected, but we're gonna try and get back in shape, okay? And the way to do that is to build a conditioning base. And the only way to build a conditioning base is to run. So I'm gonna set up what we call 300s. I do these with my older teams all the time. They're really good for developing a conditioning base. So you're gonna want a tape measure and you're gonna want some markers because your tape measure actually isn't gonna go that far. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop a marker and that'll be my start. And then I'm gonna measure out 25 feet with the tape measure. So hopefully this is a 25-foot tape measure, pretty standard. See what you have, see what your mom or dad has. And I can drop a cone every 25 feet and we're gonna try and go to 75 feet. So if you need mom or dad to help you measure that out, that's perfectly fine. Just say, hey, I need 75 feet, one marker and then another marker. So you guys can watch me do it right now with a 25-foot tape measure. Okay, so you saw I just extended the tape measure after the first one all the way and then just pulled it because that's 25 feet. So this is 75 feet or 25 yards. And we call them 300s because you're gonna do 300 yards total. So very important to get this right. You start at one marker, you're gonna run down to the other marker and back 6 times. Okay, so there and back is 1. There and back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should finish here, and you can watch me do it right now. So we're gonna run that, and I want you to time, when we run it, I want you to time yourself. And then that's gonna be your standard, and you're gonna try and beat that standard. Now, I want you guys to do this on day 1, the first time you do it, I want you to do it twice, okay? And give yourself enough rest in between where you're breathing normally before you go again, okay? So don't worry too much, oh, I gotta go again quickly. Just take your time, relax. When you think you're ready to go again, full speed, then you can go again, okay? So I'm gonna set a timer that's gonna go up, so it starts from 0 and then goes up, and when I finish, I'm gonna stop it, and we'll see how many seconds that is. As you can see, it doesn't seem like that much, but it's gonna get you. And that's good, right? A player who's in shape is a good player. All right, that took me 66 seconds. So that's my standard. On my next one, I'm gonna add 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna try and do it under that. So my next one, I'm gonna go for 68. So we're gonna add in some active rest. If you guys remember from the last video, our active rest was juggling. So we're not just gonna juggle with no goal in mind for this. We're gonna do what we call juggle walks. And my goal is to juggle the ball while walking down to that cone and back. So that's what we're trying to do while we're resting. You don't have to go do it right away. So right now my breathing is kind of returning to normal. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the ball. We're gonna do a juggle walk, and then hopefully I'll be ready to go again. Okay, so I got down and back, and the ball dropped twice. So again, that's my standard. So the next time I do it, I'm gonna try and go down and back with the ball dropping less than 2 times. So 1 time would be okay, 0 times would be great. So count how many times the ball drops. Don't get frustrated. If it drops 50 times, that's okay. The next time you do it, just try and beat 50, right? Okay. So my breathing's returned to normal. I'm ready to go again on my 300 after my juggle walk. And remember, we add 2 seconds to our first time, and we try and beat that. So my first time was 66 seconds. I'm gonna try and beat 68 seconds, okay? Here we go. Okay, so you saw me, I kept looking at my watch to see where I was at, so I knew how far I had to go, or how fast I had to go. So I would recommend having your phone or your watch in your hand and you can see where you are. So if you're cutting it close, you gotta push it. And again, this isn't a lot of running. Where you get better and where you improve is trying to beat those times, right? Because anybody could jog this, but it's how fast we're pushing ourselves. So I did beat it. I actually did it in 64 seconds, so even better. Once my heart rate returns to normal a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and do a juggle walk, right, to cool down. My last juggle walk, I got 2 drops. I'm gonna try and beat 2 drops. Okay, so I didn't beat it. I had 3 drops. And again, that's okay. Disappointing, but we want a growth mindset. Maybe I'm not good at juggle walks yet, right? But I will be soon as I keep doing them. And again, great players push through frustration. You know, if you've got a certain thing you're working on and you just can't beat it, you want to just be like, forget it, I'm not doing it anymore. Great players push through that frustration, they calm themselves, and they go again. And if they don't get it that day, they wake up the next day fresh, restored, and they try and beat it again, okay? So Good luck, all you guys, and I really want to hear from you. I want to see you doing this stuff. Hopefully it's enjoyable, but again, the more we push ourselves, the better we're going to get. I'll see you guys next time.